Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Fire Element Yoga Flow. Today we start in Child's Pose. Sit down on your knees on your mat. Bring your knees to the outer edges of your mat and your big toes together to touch. You can sit on a block or bolster if this feels better for you. And then walk your hands forward. You can either rest your forehead down on the mat or on a block. Feel free to bring a blanket under you so that you are really comfy here. And then start to bring your attention to your breath. Inhale and exhale slowly. Let your belly relax between your thighs and release all tension from your day or from this week. Let your shoulders sink towards the mat and feel the support from the earth here. Inhale and exhale. Then gently lift your head up and walk your hands over to the left side and rest your forehead back down. A few breaths here. Feel the gentle stretch on your right side. Then lift your head up again and walk your hands over to the right. Lower back down and continue to breathe deeply. Inhale and exhale. Then bring your hands back to center. Lift your torso up and come to tabletop. Then tuck your toes, lift your hips up high and to the back to downward facing dog. How do you feel today? Are your shoulders open or tight? Bend one knee and then the other. Then bend both knees. Bring your belly onto your thighs. Lift your sitting bones up high and extend your legs again. A few more breaths here before we move into the fiery part of this class. Then look between your hands and slowly walk forward to a forward fold. Let your head hang heavy and gently swing from left to right. And then slowly roll up to standing. Roll your shoulders back, open up the chest to mountain pose. Head is over heart is over pelvis. We start with one round of sun salutations B. Bring your feet together and your arms up over your head. Exhale and lower down to chair pose. Tuck your tailbone in and let your hips sink towards your heels. Maybe sit down a little lower. Then bring your hands down on the mat and extend your legs. Forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Lift the torso up. Half lift. Exhale, back to forward fold. Ground the hands down and step your right foot back to a low lunge. Come onto your fingertips to open up the chest here. And ground both of your hands down and step back to plank. First lower your knees, then your chest, and then your chin down. Inhale, slide forward to baby cobra. Press your elbows into your torso. Exhale, roll over your knees and back to downward facing dog. And step your right foot to the inside of the right leg. Bring the left foot down, toes pointing to the upper left corner of your mat. Inhale and come up to warrior one. Your hips should be parallel to the short end of the mat. Maybe you have to adjust your stand a little bit to achieve that. Then engage your core, open up your heart, and reach your arms over your head. Warrior One pose. Feel the power and strength rising up from your mat. Then lower your hands down and step back to plank pose. Lower your knees, your chest and your chin down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step your right foot to the inside of the right hand. Extend your right leg, micro bend the left, and step up to forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms over your head. Exhale, hands to a prayer in front of your heart. We do the same on the other side. Bring your feet together to start. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Exhale and sit down low to your chair pose. Make sure you can still see your big toes here and that your back is long and straight. Engage your core and feel the burn in your thighs. Then bring your hands down to either side of the feet and come to forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release back down. Step your left foot back to a low lunge. Maybe swing back and forth here to warm up the hips. Then ground both of your hands down and step back to plank pose. You can either go through your knees, chest, chin again, or shift your body forward. Bend the elbows lower down halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Then step your left foot to the inside of the left hand and set up for Warrior One. Your back foot is in a 45-degree angle and your feet are on two different tracks, hip widths apart. Bring the torso up to Warrior One. Square your hips and reach your arms up high. Don't forget to breathe here and try to relax your shoulders down. Then bring both hands down, framing the left foot, and step back to plank. Yogi's choice. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga here. Inhale, come up to upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale and lift your hips up to downward facing dog. Then step your left foot between your hands. Extend the left knee and step up to forward bend. Inhale, hands on shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. I hope you feel the fire inside you after this quick warm-up. Sweep your arms up high one more time, then dive forward. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, back to forward bend. Ground both of your hands down and step back to plank pose. From here, lower down on your forearms. Elbows should be right below your shoulders and your palms press down to the mat. Engage your core here. We only stay here for a few breaths. Feel the fire in your belly. Then start to lift your hips up high and walk your feet closer to your forearms to a downward dog on your forearms, which is called dolphin pose. Only go as far as it feels good. This is an intense pose. One more breath. Then walk your feet back to forearm plank and relax your hips and your legs down to Sphinx pose. Engage your thighs here to take the pressure off the lower back. Bring your shoulders away from your ears and open up your chest. Make your neck long. You can also include some neck rolls here. Let your chin come to your chest. Then look over to the left. Roll back down and look over to the right. Then make a pillow with your hands and lower your forehead down on your palms. Close your eyes. Shake your booty from left to right. And take deep breaths into your lower back. In and out. It is important to take a break after these fiery poses. Then slowly press yourself up and sit down on your mat. Bring your legs in front of you. Bend your knees. Grab your legs behind your knees. Bring your thighs a little closer to your chest. Roll your shoulders back. Open up your heart. And then lift your feet up to boat pose. Try to let go of your legs. Maybe you can even extend your legs here to full boat pose. Or you keep your toes down on the mat. So find your variation of boat today. Bring your arms next to you, palms facing down, and start to pump your hands up and down. And you can also include breaths of fire here. Fast exhales through your nose. Keep on pumping. Keep on breathing. And then relax down on your back. Great job. Bring your knees into your chest and roll from side to side. Breath of fire is also called skull shining breath. And you might experience a really nice opening and clear feeling in your head now. Last pose for today will be a supine twist. Keep your knees into your chest. Extend your left arm out to the side and then let your knees fall over to the right side. Try to bring both shoulders down on the mat and take deep breaths into your belly. Feel the stretch and opening on the left side. Then bring your knees back to center. And we'll do the same on the other side. Extend your right arm out to the right side and let your knees fall over to the left. You can gaze over to your right hand or up to the ceiling, whatever feels better for your neck. And then bring your attention back to your breaths. Inhale and exhale. This was a challenging class today. Then bring your knees back to center. Give yourself a hug. Maybe bring your forehead up to your knees. One more deep breath in. And exhale to Shavasana. Then slowly start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Extend your arms over your head, stretch your whole body, and roll over to one side. Then come up to a seated position. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Thanks for showing up today. Namaste.